What's up, everybody? Your saint has returned once again, and good lord, has it been a whole year since I uploaded last? Seems like it. Normally I would take responsibility for it, but I'm gonna blame this one on my clan and all of my clan mates. Kiko, Ruthless, Daddy, it's all your fault. But I'm back now and we can begin to rebuild. So what the hell are we talking about today? Well, since I've been gone so long, I think it'd only be fitting to return to the game that started it all, some more Destiny 2. Now today I wanted to discuss a possible conclusion for D2's current season, Season of the Lost. We should be getting a finale any day now, but we've been on a quote-unquote brief 4-month story hiatus up to this point in the season. And in the Witch Queen, the next expansion for Destiny 2, we know that we will be entering the Hive God Savathun's throne world, where she now wields the power of the light. Now most players are anticipating some kind of plot twist to close out this season, but I've yet to hear anything that is compelling enough to be worth mentioning. So here's how I think the ending of the season could go down. But before I get into it, I just want to say this is all just speculation and theory. And also, depending on when you're listening to this, or watching this I should say, the events of the season may have unfolded already, and I could have missed the mark completely. However, let's do a recap to where we are currently in the story thus far, so we all know where we're starting from. Currently, in Season of the Lost, the Hive Queen Savathun has enlisted the aid of the Awoken Queen, Mara Sov, to remove her Godworm. Mara has agreed to assist in exchange for the Warlock Osiris, who we believe is being held captive at an undisclosed location by Savathun. Mara has sent us Guardians to retrieve her lost Techien witches from the Ascendant Realm in order to perform an exorcism of sorts. Savathun presently resides in chrysalis form in the Dreaming City, awaiting the proper astral alignment for which the story beat needs to continue. Now that everyone's caught up, the million-dollar question becomes, how does Savathun get from her crystalline form to the Nova Bomb throwing Moth God and the Witch Queen? Well, I believe the big twist for the end of this season is that Savathun is actually under the guise of Mara Sov, and it's Mara who's actually the one entombed in that crystal prison you guys see in the Helm Chambers. That's right, you guys, I'm calling it the old switcheroo. In the conclusion of Season 15, I believe we'll see Savathun ripping the light from Mara's encased body and infusing it into her own. This would give her access to the light, and then we would finally give chase into Savathun's throne world. So how could this even be plausible? Well, to better comprehend this theory, we need to know a little bit about throne worlds and how they operate. Throne worlds are pocket dimensions created by paracausal beings. These thrones are created in the Ascendant Realm and are used to cheat death, so to speak. The only way to truly kill a being of this nature is by defeating them within their own throne. In the Books of Sorrow, the weakness verse, it reads, "Your body is gone, but you have endured. Safe in the Sis universe created by your own might, your throne world. From this day forward, you can survive death, so as long as you aren't killed in your own throne." With this knowledge, let us take a trip back to the OG Destiny 1 timeline when Oryx the Taken King appeared on his Dreadnought throne. In the Taken King expansion, Oryx wanted revenge for the death of his son Crota. Queen Mara, knowing of Oryx's power, created her own throne with the help of an Ahamkara Wish Dragon. Mara's plan was to intentionally die to Oryx and claim his throne once we defeated him on the Dreadnought. At the Battle of Saturn, Mara falls to the Taken King, and her ascendant self is sent to her throne. In the Ager's Scepter cutscene, she states, "Rega's spirit ascended higher into the sky, where she hoped to reunite with her brother. Instead, she met the thing that sent the storm, a bottomless well of grief, unreachable by reasoning or bargaining or violence, a voice in the darkness." I believe this is ultimately when Mara's grand scheme was foiled and the darkness removed her proverbial piece from the game board. After this, we know it was Oryx who was responsible for the desecration of Mara's throne world. The Reverie Dawn Bond reads as follows: "She is home, but it is not the same. Shirochi has been taken. Callie and Sadia too. And Riven. This creature is all teeth and broken promises, transformed by the expectations of another scheming, secretive sister. Going forward, it's here where the queen switch is made and we no longer interact with the real Mara Sov. Savathun from here on out, baby, masquerading as the Awoken Queen. The next time we hear from Mara, aka Savathun, 3 years will have passed from the time of the Taken King and the Last Wish raid. At the end of the Forsaken campaign, Mara sends out a call to arms ordering all the Guardians to enter the Dreaming City and kill the Wish Dragon Riven. In the Last Wish trailer, Mara says, "Assemble a team, Petra, send them into the heart of the city, kill that creature and extract its heart. I've been waiting for so long to fulfill one last wish." The line "I've waited for so long to fulfill one last wish" is significant twofold. One, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first direct interaction we have with the Witch Queen. And two, in slaying Riven, we grant Savathun her wish to curse the Dreaming City. The curse created hostages out of everyone in the Dreaming City, all the residents and inhabitants, forcing them to siphon power back to Savathun herself. This Dreaming City curse is still active to this day, and after some brief interactions with the Queen's court, Mara, aka Savathun, would again disappear from the main storyline until the beginning of Season of the Lost. At the kickoff of the current season, Savathun also revealed that she's been posing as the warlock Osiris. Crow, who was befriended by the imposter Osiris, asks for an audience with Savathun. Crow is denied, and he eventually sneaks into where the chrysalis is being held, and once he interacts with it, Crow is granted his memories back as the former Prince Uldren, who is in fact Queen Mara's brother. These events imply that Savathun harbors so much power, she can grant Guardians a full suite of memories from their previous lives. Instead, I'm more inclined to believe that it's just a brother and sister re-establishing their lost connection after such a wide gap in time. Also, if you know anything about the relationship between Mara and Uldren, you'll know that they've always had a unique connection to each other, let's just say that. In multiple instances of the lore, Uldren has always been able to sense his sister regardless of the chasm which may separate them. In Ghost Fragment the Reef 4, it reads, "One Kell rises and another bends its knee, and the prince felt a little hum of starlight ripple through him, the one that let him know that she would be pleased with what he had done." Crow being granted his former memories as Uldren is the piece that bridges us to the twist that I'm expecting at the end of the season. The real Mara Sov finally returning to the main storyline. A storyline which she may not have been a part of for about 7 years now since the Taken King. I don't think anyone's anticipating this, so it'd be cool to see such a huge swerve in the main plot. This would be a fitting beginning for the Witch Queen as well, given Savathun's nature of trickery, that she'd become literally the most powerful hive god right under our noses. Anyways, thanks to everyone who made it to the end, and also a huge thanks to all the lore mommies and daddies out there who catalog and cover the lore. It makes looking things up later on really useful and helpful. So how's everyone feeling about this? Let me know in the comments below. Is this one a little too wild, or is it just juicy enough to pour more gasoline on the hype train? Anyways guys, thanks again for watching, and I will see you at the finish line.